So I'm going to turn the video on now. I'm going to set it down for 1 second, put my glove back on. Hi everybody, this is Grandma here, and we have a guest here today. And this is our guest. Say hello, guest.
Hi.
This is Steve. How long have you been a beekeeper, Steve?
More than 25 years.
Well, we appreciate you coming out and helping us.
Yep.
And we have a young man with us. His name is Z. And I'm going to put this phone right on the stand, if I can get it in with my gloves, and y'all can watch and see what we're going to do today with the bees. So, make sure we're in the right position. I'm new to this, obviously. You probably haven't seen us around very much. So I'm working out the kinks when it comes to video and things like that. So here we go. Hold on 1 second. And we can go ahead and get started, Steve.
All right. Hive tool. That'll work. All right. Now I saw you, Zion, when you popped the lid, it made a loud popping noise. You want to get your hive tool under there and just gently lift it up. All I'm going to do, of course, the bees aren't up here because you got a feeder. But if you had bees all the way to the top, you do that. You smoke a little bit. Let them get the smoke in there. You'll have the inner cover in there. Then after the smoke goes down a little bit, you wait a minute or two, you lift the lid off. If the lid has a lot of bees on it, you don't want them bothering you. Do you set it down and either on the side but facing the front of the hive? That way when the bees realize they're not in the hive anymore, they'll go back in the hive, usually. Sometimes they'll stay on the cover. Okay. And what we do with that, when you're done inspection, you just tap the cover on the ground. You tap it on the ground, and when you tap it on the ground, yeah, I've got visitors. You tap it on the ground, then they're it's not so much of a problem. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
What's that?
Not right now, hon. I'm smoking some bees because they're getting feisty.
All right. Well, what I would do, I'm not sure how far we're going to go down. I don't think we're going to go down past the deep, so I'll put the cover that way. All right, now, since you don't have bees in this box, you can take it off.
I'm going to have to fill that up. I didn't fill it up purposely.
Now, I don't know if smoke's going to get up in the feeder. I don't think so.
No, they're great. I can just move the feeder.
Well, hang on. What do you want to do? Puff a little there. Puff into the cover. Give it a minute or two. You're not in a hurry.
Okay.
The thing that a lot of beekeepers will do, because they're limited on time, they go in a hive really fast and they bang things around and they agitate the bees.
Okay.
And you don't need to do that. So you give them a minute or two. Lift it up. Keep the cover away from you. It's got bees on it, and it does. And then what you want to do, set it down inside. So you can they might stay on a lid, and they're already building wax there. So hopefully they're filling out all the frames here. Mm-hmm. So now what you want to do, puff it gently. Now the thing you're going to see, you want to see the bees all lining up at the top, kind of like looking up at you. If they're doing that, you know they've already eaten honey, and they're already ready to. They're calm and they're not flying up at you. If you see that, you start with your outer frame, and you're going to lift the frame up. Usually there's not many bees on it, or very few. And you just again set it near the front of the hive. The reason being, if there's bees on it, let them go back in. All right, you got a rocking hive. You want to put a shim under that. This is all honey and nectar. They got nectar in there and a little bit of pollen.
Is the camera catching that?
Oh. Yeah, so they're doing pretty good. They're filling it up with nectar. Don't have much pollen in here, but you see the nectar. There's no baby bees here, so you know the queen's not going to be anywhere near this one. So then you go ahead to the next frame, and I see you checkerboarded it like you were told.
Oh, I did a good job. Well, that's good.
Yeah, that looks good.
Not bad for an old lady, huh?
They're doing pretty good. They're drawing it out.
We got a blue spotted queen in there.
Right. There's no queen. Yeah, there's no queen there. You just move the frame over. Again, very gentle actions. You don't want to pinch any bees. When you're working, if you go gloveless, keep these 3 fingers together. That way you're not going to get a bee between it and get stung.
Not going gloveless.
Well.
But for all those out there in video land, if you decide to.
Keeping the frame over the hive in case the queen is on there. Now
look at this. This is your old
comb.
Comb, and they built that right in perfectly.
Right, the wax.
Nice job.
You got young larvae there that are probably 2 or 3 days old. Right near the center. I'm gonna flip it this way, and you got more larvae here. Again, 3 or 4 days. They usually cap it over day 5 or 6. So cap it over. If you look on the outside where the larvae is, Kim, you'll see smaller larvae. See, inside the cells. Inside the cells, you see little curled larvae.
Yeah.
Those are only a few days old. When they go to make a new queen, they take that size larvae and make a queen cell, and they'll go ahead and yeah, don't smoke them a lot, because that'll, believe it or not, that'll agitate them just as much as not smoking them.
Okay. Oh, look at that. See, I just put those in, what, 3 days ago?
Yeah.
These had no comb at all.
Yeah, they're
doing a fantastic job.
Now this next frame is loaded with brood.
Yep.
If it's loaded with brood, is the queen going to be there?
If it's loaded with brood?
Cat brood. Is the
No.
queen going to? Why not?
Because she's already laid there and she won't be there.
Right. She doesn't need to be there. Now she might be there. Now this frame was stuck underneath on the bottom for some reason. They built comb down.
Yeah.
So we might have to clean that up.
Because it's a half.
Right.
It's only for a
in any case, you see there they got the capped over brood. They're hatching out. You do have. Now, if you look down in the cells, you'll see how it looks kind of whitish.
Shiny?
Yeah, it's kind of, well, not shiny. I'm talking about white in the bottom of the cells. It looks kind of white. Mm-hmm. What that is they're prepping the cells for the queen to lay in that area. So once the bees hatch, they go out, they clean their cell, and they get it ready for the queen. Now, there's nothing on the last frame, and then there's this one they just started.
Well, they've done good then.
Yeah.
And I put three empty ones in the bottom, so I guess I don't have to worry. So I did okay then when it comes to taking them from the bottom box.
Now, I think what we're going to do, Kim, I don't know if I want to lift the box off and scrape that wax off, but there's wax on that frame on the top where they joined it together. Mm-hmm. And
listen, do whatever you think is right, because you know more than I do.
Yeah, they're already eating the honey or whatever is there. They're cleaning it up because we tore it. So it'd probably be better to do that.
Hey, whatever you think.
All right, let's go ahead and just set this one off to the side. No bees on it. I'm going to move this over so I might be able to reach down and scrape it. We already know we've seen young larvae in there, right?
Yes.
So we know the queen's on board. We don't have to worry about looking for a queen. So I know you might be disappointed.
No, I'm not worried about that. You know what? If you could find the queen in that last box,
mm-hmm.
It would be a blessing, because we have not seen her other than the day we put her in.
Right.
That would be really great.
Yeah, I'm scraping.
But we did find, last Friday we looked,
mm-hmm.
and we did see like young eggs, so she's got to be there. We must have just missed her.
Yeah. Now I broke down most of the wax that was sticking up. So when we put the frame back where it goes, hopefully it won't be stuck to the bottom. But keep that in mind next time you open this one, that black plastic one.
Okay.
See, the wax was on top.
I see it.
I took it off. So
okay.
That's where that one goes. And then we got to move everything back. We had to put that empty one in the outside.
Okay. Now, how important is it to keep everything in order of the frames?
Well, here's what I do on the frames that have I put wax foundation in. There'll be the strip where you nail it. I try to keep them all going the same direction.
Okay.
That way, you put it back the same way. You don't disturb the bees working. They know right where they're going.
Okay.
It's kind of like rearranging your furniture in the living room, not telling somebody, and they come in the dark and they trip and fall. So anyway, so this hive's doing the job. I'm moving everything back over. We got to get that last frame back in.
Should I be concerned if I saw like cups in the bottom or anything? I mean, this is such a small hive already. I was wondering, I'm giving you two questions at once. I'm sorry, I'm happy you're here, and it's really
no, that's
good to
fine.
Get some help. So I'll give you that one first.
The cups in the bottom. Now remember the space they have here.
Yes.
They have plenty of space. Now what you might want to do next inspection, is to pull up one or two more frames that have the brood on it. Bring it up. What that's going to do is that's going to spread out the bees, keep them in the center, so all the nurse bees can cover up the frames. But that way they're going to work right up. But the queen cells, the empty ones, 9 times out of 10 they're not going to do anything with them. They're fine. They're happy.
Okay.
Because they're drawing out the wax here. And they're filling it with nectar. If they were overcrowded, there would be nowhere to lay the young.
So do you think I could go like 1 week or 2 weeks? Or what's your best guess? Since I just did this, put this box on here,
right?
Let's see, 3 days ago. So they're working pretty quickly, aren't they?
They are, but you know what? I'm thinking, now that you mentioned the queen cells, I might go ahead and take this off. Keep that upside down. Set it right here. No, the other way. Upside down. Yeah, like that. Flat down. And what I'm going to do, got our smoker handy.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to puff a little bit here. There's not that many bees here, but there are more bees down below. So I'm going to crack this very slowly and puff. I want you to puff smoke under here when I lift it. Okay, not that's enough. Give them a minute or so. Now, Kim, you're going to have to take care of that rocking because the bees can agitate like that too.
Take care of what?
The hive rocking. You don't want that.
Okay, I didn't realize.
You got a shim under one side, and I don't know if it's just not in the right spot, but you'll need another. Yeah, you'll need another shim.
Can you push it in farther?
Well, it doesn't need. It needs to go out if anything, not in.
Push it.
Push it. Yeah. Let me push it out a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know where you intended, just to tilt it forward. Put the shim under it.
Well, is it on?
Let me put it under the middle. Hang on.
Yep.
Hold on. I'm gonna put it next to your hand if I can get it there.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna push it that way. Okay, set it down.
It's gone.
Oh, it went down on the ground.
Yeah, that's all right. I can't bend down.
Well, anyway, what you want to do is you don't want it to rock because they get agitated.
Okay.
Smoker.
Yep.
Now again, you're gonna just puff them lightly. You see how they're all looking up? That's what you want them to do. You want them to kind of look up. And all we're gonna do, we're gonna just go over 1 or 2 frames and look. Now you got some weird comb going on right here.
That it?
Yeah, okay. It's leaning. It's almost a little bit too far forward, but that's all right. Let's say there's a few bees on it. I'm
going to pull this down. Hopefully they can still
Kim, I
see.
gotta put this. Let me put this back in the other side. So we're ready to close it up. Let me go close it up.
I'm going to take a peek at this camera. Make sure they're catching your hands here. Okay, we're good.
All right. Well, anyway, we're gonna slowly move the frame over. You know they're working on this frame. There's no reason to pull it up. Now I'm going to take a look at your queen cups you were talking about.
I could have sworn we saw some on there. Got some good brood there.
Oh, wonderful brood. Wonderful brood.
But compared to these other two, this hive seems to be so much slower. I'm wondering, could we take like at least 1 frame from this one and put it into this one?
You could take a frame that has capped over brood like this. and you might want to bring the bees with it because the nurse bees are taking care of that.
Okay.
If you don't have enough nurse bees, you could lose those bees in those cells.
Okay, so that's something I'd like to do because this hive is doing fantastic. I'd like to slow this one down just a little bit and get this one so it's built up well for the winter.
All right. Well, this one's got lots of pollen in it. You see all the pollen, all the little orange cells.
Yes.
That's pollen. The ones in the middle, not the ones on the outside. The ones around the middle, and they got some larvae in there. Now, I haven't seen your highness yet. Haven't seen your queen. What's your queen's name?
This queen is, what'd they name her? Oh shoot.
Oh shoot,
That's not the right name. Esther. Queen Esther. Remember Queen Esther from the Bible?
Yeah.
She was a marvelous woman.
Now you see how the bees are clustered all in one spot, right there.
Yes.
The queen might be under that cluster. No, don't touch them. If you gotta move the bees,
Blow on them?
gently blow on them.
Okay.
That'll get the bees out of the way. I don't want to squish them. Just get you guys to move a little bit. There you go. Now I haven't seen her highness, so she may be here. She may have already jumped off and moving somewhere else in the hive, which is it's okay. But I don't see any queen cups or anything, Kim, that you were talking about. These are all, you see the caps on these brood? These are just capped over. See how light the color is? It's light yellow.
Yes. Can you show them? That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks.
when it's dark brown, they're closer to hatching.
Okay.
When it's light like that, they just kept it over. And again, I don't see her highness in here.
Okay.
But we know she's here. We see 3 or 4 day old larvae. So we know she's here.
So when you put this back down, is it dangerous to have those on the side?
No, you again, gentle and slow.
Okay.
Now they'll move out of the way if you're pinching them or whatever by mistake. They'll move out of the way.
Yeah, the last 2 times we've looked in this, we have seen her. So
now what I'm going to do, you see this comb here?
take it off.
I'm just going to scrape it off because if they don't build down from here, I'd be surprised.
Okay.
But they're right next to that other frame, and I don't want them to join the two together because you got to be able to take them apart.
All right.
But everything looks good in here. No queen cells. There's some more. They call that brace comb or burr comb.
Yes.
So,
learned that this morning.
Yep.
I've been following this wonderful gentleman named, I think his name was David Burns. I've been watching.
Oh,
his
David,
stuff.
Yes. Now you see what's going on here, Kim?
Yes.
Your wax, they're building comb here.
Yes.
What you're going to need to do is take and re-wax this frame because they're going to keep doing this.
Okay.
And you don't want them to build that extra comb where you don't want it. So put that in your wax pile. So that's it for this hive.
So everything looks good, but when we get to the other one, do you think it's okay to put another frame into this one then?
We might be able to, but they're starting to get agitated and it's getting overcast. Let me see the smoker. We're going to puff them a little bit. You want to drive them back down a little bit when you put the box on top. You don't want to squish any bees if you can help it. And just gently lift them up. Make sure your queen's not dropped down in the other box. See how I'm doing this, Kim? I got the front edge on the box
and the back
going down very slowly. If there's bees in the way, they'll get out of the way.
Okay.
So now we put the inner cover back on. Now you still have bees on it. What I usually do,
pass me the...
I tap the cover, the inner cover, get the bees off them so I'm not going to accidentally squish any.
Okay.
You got comb on there, but you know what? It's the same thickness on either side. We're going to leave the comb up like that and scrape it off. I just squished the bee. And hard tool.
Now, this has been in there a couple of days. Should we dump it?
No, if you ever have sugars, the next time you mix up more sugar water,
Yes.
just add a little bit of vinegar to it.
Oh, really? That's a
Yeah,
good
vinegar keeps it from molding.
trick. Okay.
So just add is that on there right?
It's got a little thing on the bottom of it. That's the problem.
It's not in the hole.
They're,
Oh,
it's
they're not
round,
made. They're not made to go in there.
It won't fit in the hole.
Okay, we'll leave it like
so
that.
I'm just doing my best here.
All right.
I'm having John cut the bottoms of them off.
Well, what you could do also, Kim, for now is just get some little thin shims
or something.
and thin shims and put it under it so you don't squish. So you
a
don't
little
squish
stick
them.
here. Is there anything good enough to use here?
No, they're too thick. You just need something like a quarter inch, just little thin wood to put a strip on either side of that so it stays level.
Okay.
But we'll leave it tilted for now because that's the way it is.
Okay.
Probably just back up.
Okay, on to Hive 2. See you in another video, guys.